So there are three key components of the cybersecurity framework. One is called core. We will look into that in detail with respect to what is core, what is tier, and what is profile. So essentially, the core is the 5 different areas that an organization needs to go through. The core functions are the identifying the assets. Second one is protecting and making sure all the safeguards are in place. And then third one is ability to detect any incidents. And then the fourth one is responding to those kind of incidents. If you are exposed, or like if you are attacked, how do you respond to it? How do you build that business resiliency? And then recovering. So the recovering is essentially, let's say if an incident happens, then how do you recover from that particular incident? Those are the 5 core principles that are covered. And then with respect to the tier, going back to the tier thing, so based on your current status, you will say you are partially compliant with that particular requirement, or your team is risk informed, or you have a process that's kind of repeatable, or you have a very adaptive process. Those are the 4 different areas that you would essentially measure yourself in with respect to those core functions that we reviewed earlier. So any areas that you are assessing, so you will say you're partial, you are fully risk informed, you are repeatable, your process is kind of adaptive. And everything is based on some of the items that are listed in here: risk management process, whether you have a good integrated risk management program, and external participation. Those are the 3 different elements that help you to define in which status you are in 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then the last one is the framework profile. So what I'm going to probably do is, when I do the demo, I will show you how the profile thing works. Essentially, the profile is something that you will identify yourself with now with respect to where you are, whether you are in 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, or 4, and also what is your target. Whether you want to be, for example, in some of the areas, you may not want to be in adaptive process, which would be much more time consuming, which require more resources. Your organization may not be sufficient enough, or may not have the sufficient resources or budget to go to the 4th level. So rather, like you say, my target is repeatable, but whereas I am right now at the risk-informed level. So that's the way like you will define your profile. So also, like, if you could just take a minute to review the different categories that are listed in here. So for example, in the identity section, so you have these 5 different areas: asset management, business, and I'm not going to read through each one of those category items, but I will probably give you about 15 seconds or so to go over the rest of the categories.
For more information, click on the link below or visit databrackets.com.